Good evening. How are you? Hello. Welcome to my studio. I'll explain. There's a reasonable explanation for this, I promise. Excuse me. I am live on Facebook and on YouTube. My name is Tracy Weinzaffel Studios. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you guys can see. There we go. So let me know where you're logging in from. Give me your name. Talk to me, Goose. I promise there's a reasonable explanation for this, everybody. Welcome to my studio. Normally every Wednesday at this time at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I am doing a free live demo. Tonight, I can't get to my supplies. So I have a little bit of show and tell, and I will tell you what's going on in here. The whole place is covered in plastic. I just briefly uncovered. Hi, Ann. I just briefly uncovered a few things. Love your work, Blanca said. Hi, Tracy. Love your work. Thank you. That is so nice. It's right there. So I'll explain. Hi, everybody. I do have show and tell tonight, but unfortunately, I'm not able to get to my supplies. So normally I would do a free live demo on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. I'm just going to do a little bit of show and tell, let you know where I've been. I feel like I've been gone a long time, but I really haven't. And hello, Cheryl with an E down the road. I swear this is the end of dust in this joint. If you guys checked out my Facebook page, I actually shared where this place has come from. And in a very short period of time, and I literally said today, when I have no more projects left in here, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's a work in progress. And yes, right now we're progressing. The contractor just left who I hired to do some work that I felt was a little bit risky. I am not a person who enjoys heights. And they're doing some work on the ceiling and also enclosing taking out a metal door. So that is what has been happening. And good evening, everybody. So happy Wednesday. I just love your Wednesday night live. Thank you, Libby. I wish I was painting, but I am going to be painting. I pulled out some supplies. I'm going to go into my house and I've got a little bit of an assignment. So I'll share some progressive type photos today or tonight. So I will be sharing some stuff, but I can't get to my stuff. I guess I could get to some things. So what am I doing? If you guys don't know, I moved from from California to North Carolina back in October. There were a few things that needed to be done in the studio in order to climatize it, make sure that I could work all year round. I did get my mini split. It's up there. It's working. I got another mini split. It's over there. It's working. I enclosed a large overhead roll-up door that we don't need the roll-up door. It was taking up space. My new paint shelves are up. I'll share more about that. People are asking, oh, I do have show and tell. I have show and tell. So I'll talk to you about the paint racks I just made, but I'm not able to paint tonight. Okay, love the Ramona shirt, straight out of Ramona. Anyway, so normally I would give you a live free demo, offer you, somebody to buy the art journal, but I can't do that tonight. So I will be going in the house. I am going to go to bed early tonight, and I'm going to take a bath. All of which I've not been able to relax, take a bath, and just unwind ever since I traveled. I think I shared about, 3 weeks ago, maybe. Seems like time is flying. 3 weeks ago, my father had back surgery. So I was very invested in that. I'm going to use a Southern phrase. No dust settles on Tracy. It doesn't get a chance. People used to say weeds don't grow under my feet. Anyway, I don't even know what that means. But that's right. The dust is not settled, and it's so funny because I vacuum between every little thing that's happening. I rearrange, I get it all cleaned up, and everything is torn apart. So what they're doing in here is enclosing up a big, huge roll-up door, the second roll-up door, and putting in a door so I don't have to, the roll-up door is very inconvenient. I have another whole roll-up door. So that is not a problem. I still have a roll-up door. I have so much to share. I literally was painting furniture. How is my father doing? My father is doing well. My father is much like me. He does not like to be laid up. He does not like to be stagnant. He goes to the gym every day. And so I think that is the hardest thing. So I was with my family about 3 weeks ago for that. I didn't really talk about it. In fact, the last time we were live for a Wednesday, the next day, that night I went to my parents' house, spent the night, and my father had surgery the following morning. And then I stayed over there to help with some recovery and help out, be a nurse, make him laugh, which I did. And I did get him to admit probably under anesthesia, who his favorite child was. But I believe that was because I was standing in front of him and basically said, if you don't say it, Dad, no. And then a few days lapsed, and then I was off to Seattle for the National Art Materials Trade Association. I have been in this last month, I think I counted 9 states. 10 if you want to call the state of confusion. So I'm going to take advantage of tonight, talk to you guys, do a little show and tell from the show. I have show and tell. I gathered everything. And then I'm going to talk to you about the paint racks that I made that you're all asking about. So what did I get? What kind of things were at the National Art Materials Trade Show? Now, this isn't a trade show that just everybody can walk in. It's not like a consumer show. It's actually meant for retailers to order. Yours truly placed orders to fill up my shop. Because I got to figure out how to pay for all this. Anyway. The other thing that they're doing, just so you know, another reason is they're taking out the insulation that is falling out on my head that was just placed up there, and they are putting a real ceiling, painting it white, and then they're putting the insulation back up above the ceiling so that I will not get any more injuries with these insulation boards that have been falling on my head ever since I moved in here. So that's the other thing. Hence why everything is torn up. So this is where you go and these are eco-friendly palettes. These were given to me to try out. You all know, I think what I use is eco-friendly. I just heard noise. NAPTA looks so great. So many things coming. I've been watching your videos. Okay. So this was given to me. I'm going to give away a lot of this stuff. Some of it was given to me. Some stuff I try whatever. I don't go booth to booth and just grab stuff. I make sure I'm going to use it. This is a water-based eco-resin project. These people were located right next to the booth I was working at. I was working at Jelly Arts. So you can make this cool little bowl. I was watching them, and then they came over and gave me some free kits. Okay, the nice people at Yasatomo make paper. They're so wonderful. Karen Elaine is an artist for them. She's a wonderful, amazing artist I look up to. And they came over and gave me papers. This is my name badge. There's insulation in here. This is only part of them. The lovely people at Posca gave me tons and tons of pens to play with. So I have those. I think this was Olo. I'm trying some pens that they gave me. This was another pen company that you marked. They were right next to me on the other side, so they gave me pens. I'm a sucker for a great mechanical type pencil for drafting. That's what I use to write with. And so these nice people gave me a pencil with graphite leads. I'll be using that. This was a company that makes stamps, so they gave me stamps. The lovely people at Beacons, if anybody uses Gemtac, they gave me some different types of glues, and I probably won't use all of what they gave me, so I'll give away some of this. More Posca pens. Right across from me were the lovely ladies of Chroma. This is glitter paint, mural paint. So they gave me paint. What was this one? Craft colors. Okay. Of course, if I do any small projects that need my drafting skills, this is going in my purse. I always have these ingenious ideas when I'm out and about or in the car. And so I can even do sketches. Anyway, that was so cute. These were laid out at our table one night. And then the lovely people at Glassboard Studios make these magnetic glass boards with magnets. This thing was so high powered. To keep your work down. I might be ordering a larger one of these, but anyway, those great goodies must have made your bag heavy. So actually I always have an empty suitcase within a suitcase when I go. And there wasn't really a ton that I wanted to take with me, but these are the things that I did take. Since I have been home, I love that little notepad. I know, me too. That's an amazing, what did she say? That is an amazing basket of creative joy. Look forward to what you make from all those paints, markers, paints. I know. I love cool glass and magnet. It really was cool. I thought that was nifty. I need something larger. Also, I can't really record. They were asking me about using it in my videos. It's really weird, but when you shine your lighting down and your camera down and it's a glass surface, it reflects all the light above. So I was talking to them about that. But I'm going to try it because I love a glass surface. I have glass on here. So glass on my tabletop. Anyway, so I came home from there. And this past weekend, I was trying to solve a little problem that I had about keeping my paints out. And having them on the wall because I still hadn't really unpacked my paints. They were sitting in boxes, super inconvenient when I have to use them. I didn't really want to do a wall behind me of paints, as well known as I was for my paint wall, which is so funny because I think that's probably my most heavily, when I was in California, which, by the way, California just had an earthquake, and I thought about, I wonder if those paints would have stayed on that wall. I never really had an earthquake, but I had a cool little way to display all my paints, and I wanted to come up with something that was as good, if not better. My paints are now located over there. I'll have another, I might be able to show you. I don't know. Oh. You know what? I can't show you because this won't reach very far and I don't want to take everything off. Sorry. So I don't want to take everything off. But I did make a paint wall. And if you want to go on my Facebook page, Tracy Weinsaffel Studios, that you might be watching me now from, you can do two things. You can see what this studio looked like before I bought it because I took pictures of it. Not even a year ago, before I bought the house. And then I've come in and just made, I like to come up with inexpensive ways to store things. So I made the paint racks, and they extend, and you can add one to another. But you guys were asking me, would I sell those paint racks? And I was like, yes, I would. But I think I'm going to sell, oops, I made a prototype of something different. Cut this out, painted it white. So that I can have portable paint racks behind me. So these are all the new Deco Art colors. So this one is 18. I believe I like 24. Anyway, so this can be tabletop or it can hang on a wall. So this would also work. But everybody was asking if I'm going to sell them. And the idea is yes. I don't know if you prefer to have them in pieces where you glue them together and paint them, or you just want me to, because this is like a primer paint. You can paint over it if you wanted. I even was like, I could even customize up here and put like, do something creative every day or some, I don't know. Anyway, I made this. So this is what I'm going to use when I'm doing my glass paints, my fabric paints, and I'll put them behind me so they'll be on my, I'll have them easily accessible. But if I'm not using them, they can go somewhere else. I did have show and tell tonight, but I don't know if I really want to be gluing paint racks together. But I could, they all come in pieces and then they're super easy to put together, but it's just going through my brain. Super handy. They fit the bottles perfectly. I can see every color. Now, Deco Art used to label their colors on top. I wish they still did, but they label them at the bottom. But that's okay. I can see what's in them. So that's what I did all weekend. I painted my other ones black. I just spray painted them. The black pops, makes all the colors pop. And I realized that when the ceiling is white and the walls are white, it might look like I'm working in a white padded room. Probably a good thing. And then behind me, I've been struggling and saying, what am I going to do with the wall behind me? I hung some art temporarily. I am talking to a company that wants to use a felt over this. So I'm thinking I'm going to do like a gray felt wall, which will also help absorb noise. So all of the things, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and I have to remember that, and I have to be super patient, and I have to know that that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. It would be easier to ship it in pieces. It would be. So maybe I just do that. I say, here's the pieces, get some glue it together. If you want to spray paint it, here's what mine look like. I spray painted mine, but you can even paint the pieces before you put it together, and it's just the shelves. Anyway, I think it would be better for me not to put it together because I don't really want to put it together. But I could show, it would just go flat in an easy container. I'm going to cut out some prototypes, some larger ones, see what they look like, and I'll let you know. Okay. That was the other thing I have done is on the back side of this table, my workstation, when I moved, this island, you can't get it anymore. It was an IKEA island. I will show pictures of it soon and what I did. But I have to tell you my zip tie story. Anyway, so this desk, it's an island. It has 3 drawers across, 4 drawers down, 12 drawers. It's really great. I have it on wheels. I bought this from IKEA for $599, probably in 2008. They discontinued it. I get asked about it all the time. It was the best purchase I ever made, the biggest purchase I ever made to date. And I spent all that money. I brought it home. Assembled it. I assembled it. Anyway, you're creative in so many ways. Thank you. It actually fuels me. So this table, because people always ask, where did you start? Okay, I started on my dining room table. Then I moved to a corner in my living room in California, and I had an L-shaped oak desk, okay? I could watch my kids. I raised 3 kids. I was in the living room, and then eventually my dad and I built my last studio. So then I bought this piece of furniture, and I felt very remorseful about it, and so that's how my business started, because I started to sell things in order to make back the money, because we didn't have a lot of money. We were a military family. Long story short, this island made the move with me, and they damaged it. And I was brokenhearted. They damaged the back of it, which is the side that faces out into my studio. So every time I would see it, the back side was damaged. So I was thinking, I don't want to see the damage. Also, I have all these cords that go to my little giddy up here, my setup, which I'll share with you if you'd like to know. And so what we did, and I'll explain this, I wish I could show it to you right now, we added 2x4s, and over the 1x2. We added a 1x2 on the framing of this desk, and we put pegboard. So now on the back side of this desk, I have pegboard that I can hang my tubed paintings. And because that has a gap and we put the 1x2s, I can slip all the cords on the back of it. So I'll show you all this. I know this is terrible show and tell, but here's my zip tie story. And then I'll let you go. Or you guys can ask me any questions you want to know. You can ask me anything. This is Ask Tracy Anything. So the zip tie story is this. The other day, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, I don't know, before I went to Seattle, I had a bag of zip ties that were in my desk, and they kept coming out of the bag. Maybe if I tell this story, it'll come to me. And these stupid zip ties, and I thought, oh, I should just throw these things away. I'll never use them. I maybe need 4 zip ties in my lifetime. 5, 10, my whole lifetime. But this bag of white zip ties, I looked at them and I said, you know what? I bet I'm going to need those. I am going to go put them in this very convenient spot so that when I need them, I'll know where they're at for the next time I need a zip tie. Ironically, I now need 4 zip ties. 4. I can't for the life of me figure out where those zip ties are. So now I'm on this big zip tie rampage, and so we just said I'll go out and buy some more, get them from Amazon, have them delivered, but I refuse because I put those white zip ties in such a convenient location so I could find them. I just don't know where that convenient location is. And I just saw them the other day. They were literally in my hand. I cannot for the life of me figure out what I did with them. I've looked everywhere. And now, based on principle, I am not going to buy another bag of zip ties, because you know what's going to happen? I'm going to find the first bag. I am just so mad at myself. And I have been singing the where the bleep are the zip ties. If I were zip tie, where would I be if I were zip tie? And today the construction workers heard me singing. Anyway, that's my zip tie story, because I need it to zip tie the pegboard to the top of the desk. But anyway, now I don't need to look at the cords, look at the damaged desk, which is so funny. Donna just said, replay. Hi, Donna. I'm here live. I have pegboard. I'm going to hang my tubed paints because I never use them. Can't find them. I do that all the time. Thank God for St. Anthony is my friend. Okay, so St. Anthony. Oh my God. Lisa just said, I have a whole bag of zip ties. Would you like me to send you 5? That is so freaking funny. It's just based on principle, Lisa, with 2 S's. I know I am such an organized, disorganized person, but they're somewhere and I can see where I put them. I just don't know where I put them. I have a song for every situation. Now, I can't sing the song about the zip ties because there are swear words. But my neighbors have heard it because I keep walking out going, where the beep are the zip ties? I created an Easter ornament and lost it without leaving the room. Had to mail Easter basket without it, and I wasn't even hiding anything. Maybe my craft room is haunted. Okay, patron saint of lost things. He never fails me. Here's the thing. If I get the patron saint of lost things, you know what's going to happen to me? I'm probably going to lose the patron saint. Oh, that's exactly what I did. Donna, my mom always lost things put in a safe spot. I put it in a safe spot. I put it in a spot so I could find it. I am now going on day 3 of not being able to find these zip ties, and everywhere I go, I'm looking for them. Anyway, I need 5 white zip ties. Okay, zip ties are somewhere with my credit card, my scissors, and my brain, which is funny because my son called for me to send his passport. I bet you it's with my passport because I couldn't find his expired passport and I can't find my expired passport. But I know I put both of those items in a safe spot as a reminder to redo my passport. Now I can't find that. When I was looking for my passport, I found 3 other things that I had lost. Can't find the passports. Can't find the zip ties. Anyway, you just call for St. Anthony. Oh, I don't have to buy St. Anthony? Okay, tonight St. Anthony and I are going to have a meeting. I am going to sit down. I'm going to have a chat. Okay, thank you. I was so nervous I had to buy. Where can I go buy? Oh, the Pope's probably going, great job, Catholic girl. We named a folder in our work cabinet Safe Place. Oh my God, I am dying. That makes me laugh so hard. Quit looking for these things. They're magically going to turn up. That's what I'm going to do. St. Anthony, please come around. Something is lost and now must be found. Okay. Tonight, I can't believe I told you the St. Anthony or the zip tie story, but it's just bugging me. You have to look for something else, and the zip ties and the passports will show up. Okay, so that's exactly what I need to do. I know my son's like, Mom, where's the passport? I'm like, it's expired. Get a new one. I guarantee he'll get a new one, and I'll find it. I know it's easier to get a passport with an expired passport. Go to Lost and God Found. I actually wrote a column about it. Just be silent for a while, and then pray, and then hear the answer. I knew it. You guys would have the answer to this. Okay, I'm going to take a bath tonight. I know those zip ties are so... They're here. I just don't know where. Okay. One more little antidote before I leave. It's actually not an antidote. It's a true fact. Little story for you. Tomorrow, for those of you who have been asking about me restocking my art journals, I placed the largest art journal, and I think I should have ordered twice that amount. They are going to be shipped tomorrow. Any retreat updates? No. I've just been in pause mode with my dad's surgery, going to Seattle, going to Kentucky. I just needed to take a little break. Jan, as soon as I know anything, I will give plenty of heads up. It will not be an overnight thing, decision. I will do what I can. Sorry, it's just I've had so much on my plate that I had to put that in this pocket. The good news is I found a place to do it. Found a venue to do it in my town, local vendors, local shopping. I found a place. They gave me a quote. It's a reasonable quote. I left it off with trying to get over there to see it. And by golly, I should go see it tomorrow. That's it. I know. Thank you. It's not a good update. I just needed to pause and take a break. Okay, you guys, I am going to go put all the plastic back. I feel like I'm sitting in like a hazmat area, or I can't really say it because my mom will watch the YouTube video later, but anyway, it's pretty funny if I said it. I am going to go lock this place up. Tomorrow they'll be back at 8. Oh, Kimberly said I can help you plan the retreat. That would be great. I'm not traveling for, I think, a month and a half. I think I have 1.5 months of no travel. So that will be my focus. I also am planning our next art challenge, which I already have swirling around in my brain. I am the girl in the bubble. That's what it feels like. I was going to say something dirty, but I think that's the update I have to share with you today. And I'm sorry we can't paint. I am going to be sharing some step outs of what I've been working on. I also am redoing a piece of furniture that is going to go into a local store to share all my wares. So I will be painting glass and making earrings and putting that in a local store, which is right next to the place that I want to do the retreat. So if you guys are curious, I will be sharing more about that as soon as I can just get my head above water. I'm hoping they're done in here by Saturday. I hope. Okay, you guys, have a most wonderful evening. We didn't paint. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't paint. Please go do something creative and share it with me. If you're a member of your Artful Journey, I am going to have to reschedule Friday's morning meditation. I am sorry that I have to do that, but I can't do it from this bubble, and there'll be a bunch of hot-looking guys around here. So, seriously, the contractor I hired, easy on the eyes. I will need to reschedule that, so I'll post that and give you the new date right away. I'm going to go in and deal with that, but I'm so sorry. It'll be one morning next week. It's just once this is done, it'll be done. I got to be patient, and that means adjusting the schedule. We should see them. Marie, I will see if I can, they'll probably be pretty camera shy, but he is really cute. Have a wonderful evening. Do something creative and share with me. That's exactly what I'd like you to do. Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry there is no demo, but I will see you next Wednesday, and I'll share all of the things. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful evening.